It's Andy, and I'll be talking about the article titled "A Chinese Journalist Gave the Me Too Victims a Voice. Now She's on Trial." The um the Chinese journalist this article speaks of is Huang Zaikan. Now I don't know Chinese, so I know I'm butchering her name, but um that's my best way to pronounce her name. Anyway, her and a collaborator of hers by the name of Wang Jianbing, they're both in prison right now in China. And the reason why they are in prison in China is because they both were labor activists and they both spread awareness about gender pay gaps, gender specific labor, improper labor practices, sexual harassment, etc., etc. So they amplified all of this stuff that was going on in China. And speaking about stuff that's not even as controversial as that is bad news for you in China, apparently. I mean, these people were sentenced 14 and 12 years in prison, and they were arrested actually a day before they were to flee China to study gender studies in England, and they were in prison for 10 days before any public announcement about it. So the Chinese government has not been transparent with organizations like Amnesty International and other public sources. Um, And this is pretty tragic. And the article talks about how the both of them were abused while in captivity, and they will continue to be abused if they do get if they do serve their 14 and 12-year sentences. And there's very little that can be done about this situation since China is being really secret about this, and I just think it's awful. I think they're really brave for bringing all of these issues to light. And I also think they're brave for risking themselves to do that. Like, no one was asking them, they just did it. And I think that's remarkable. And I feel glad that people like you and I can talk about this comfortably and class and even receive credit for it. And so I feel thankful that I'm not exactly in the same situation as those journalists, and I really hope that they don't have to serve those sentences and that they don't die. I hope there's a way out for them, and I hope they actually get to study gender studies. I think it's interesting that they're studying gender studies, and so am I. Um, I guess it just goes to show how important it is to bring light to these issues. And I'm glad word is getting around about this. It's best to not let this die down. So, yeah, I guess that pretty much is what I have to say. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.